आ गया? अरे तुम ठहर रही है, आ गया ना? बस टेस्टिंग इज ओके फाइन. Go. చూస్తున్నా జరిగిన
Now we are actually dependent upon these all stuff. Or these stuffs cost more, isn't it?
And there is a probability of having some mistakes also.
Correct. Because it's a machine which issue. That is not the experience.
On behalf of Vyapari Educational Foundation, I welcome you all. So we have started about 20 minutes late. But let me be very frank. Today, there was a program that was going on here when we entered all our things, and we had to wait for them to finish. And the interesting thing was, their slot was from 8 o'clock in the morning, and they came at 12 o'clock in the morning. So and then second thing was, that was a program related to some Hindi Bahubhashi Kavi Sammelan. So we are lucky that at least we finished it by 6 o'clock. Otherwise they would have gone. Now all the bags in our hands. Few of them were knowing us, so they immediately. So even then I apologize on their behalf and on our behalf also. So I call upon Gautam Vyapari to read his welcome address and commence the proceedings.
Good evening, namaskar, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the Vyapari Educational Foundation and on my personal behalf, I welcome you all to this evening Samaroh. This august audience is aware that the foundation has been organizing the sermon the year 2025. The foundation has honored itself in the last 19 years by paying the respects to show gratitude to the teachers and other distinguished people who have been working in the cause of education. The foundation is fortunate to find people who have exemplified their lives by being simple and devoted to the cause of teaching and educating the students and the community selflessly. Men and women are an inspiration to educate every pupil in all aspects of life, has built the characters of numerous students. Their life is not without struggles. The ethical life they have led in their pursuit to disseminate knowledge relentlessly shows their selflessness in life. They have been illustrious and have been ideals to our generation. Schools and colleges are the foundations of their students, expecting nothing in return from the pupil. The foundation has commenced its activity with the tagline as Teach to Learn. These teachers have always exemplified that slogan by their commitment and sense of duty. The foundation salutes every teacher in the society and feels they must be eulogized and lauded. Since last year, the foundation has also undertaken a special cause and it has allocated a part of the fund who are differently abled. So also, the foundation has also earmarked a certain fund for the cause of protection of animals. All the awardees this year, Sri Gajanan Kishan Rao Latkarji, Srimati Daya Dandekarji, Sri Dattu Agarwal ji of the Matoshri Ambubai School for Blinds, girl Matoshri Ambubai School for Blind Girls, Gulbarga, and Srimati Jaswinder Kaur Madam and Srimati Sulochana Bai Kaloji are the perfect illustrations for the cause of which they have worked their life selflessly, and the foundation feels honored for their accepting our request. I welcome you all. I would conclude my welcoming you all to your own Samaroh as we are all a part of the large family. I once again welcome you all and thank you for being patient enough to hear me out. Thank you.
So we have a very tight and very small program. I hope I will not be taking more of your time because all our interest in Vyapari family, which is all of you, the extended family. Our main interest is to have a wonderful dinner afterwards. So we want to finish it quickly and nicely. Otherwise, what is the purpose of getting together? Enjoy. So, but however, there are a few things I must make a mention of. And the first and foremost is the fact that Gautam has just now told you what we have been doing. Every year you have been listening to it. Most of you are the same family members. However, as my mama, Babu mama was saying, साल में एक बार मिलने का मौका है. I said, okay, we will have it every month. There is no problem. So the thing is, we started with a oration in education, one of its own kind in Hyderabad. We continued it. There were most of the orations that we had conducted, more than about 16, 17 orations from 2004 in the memory of my father. And most of those orations were like addressed by almost vice chancellors of some or the other university, and at least 3 or 4 of them were my father's students or colleagues at some point of time. So they gladly agreed. Variety of subjects were addressed, but as you know, we in general have become very lethargic about hearing somebody more than 45 minutes. We have tuned to the television where only 27 minutes is the maximum limit, all rest is advertisement. So that somehow has not happened for last few years, but we want to bounce back to get those orations again back, because that adds to the intelligent quotient of every human being. And many issues that are coming up, particularly in the field of education where we are going very silent, the hike in the fees. Somebody told me the other day, it was surprising, that for his kid, he is paying 80,000 rupees for transport. One kid. If he has 2 kids, it becomes 1,60,000. The fees is 2,50,000. Where is the kid? In which class? One is kindergarten, another is class 2. इतना तो हम कभी दिए नहीं, सोचे नहीं. But things have changed. Business, education has become commercial. So there is a, and we all talk of educating everyone. We have lost saying that education is free for all the girls, all the children up to a certain age. But it's all a talk. But we have become docile. Let us admit, as educated persons, we have become docile. We don't want to go on the streets, we don't want to protest, we don't want to raise the issues and raise the voice. Anyway, that's a general thing that's happening. So somewhere there has to be a talk on education. We will definitely take it up again. दूसरी बात यह है कि हमने जब ये काम शुरू किया, 2004 में ओरेशन शुरू हुआ, 2005 से हमने गुरुश्रेष्ठ सम्मान का काम शुरू किया. पहले 2 साल only one single person we honored. Then we thought, why not add an institution to it? And why not add one person who is doing, young person doing something exclusively in the field of innovative in the field of education. And the first honor that we gave in that category, that lady is sitting here today before me. She has travelled from Guntur for that. The institution which we gave a very petty amount of 21,000, which was a primary school in Sangareddy, has now grown up into a higher secondary school. Then over the years, people saw and they felt, why not we contribute to an institution? So people came forward. We started with only one person and one of my friends, two persons giving their money for these two categories. Today, we have 19 to 20 people who are contributing. In 20 years, we have collected 20 people. That itself is a great, great success for us. Because we are not asking anyone, people are coming forward, they are telling us, we want to give, but to whom we don't know. So you are trying to do something, we will give it through you. And it is they who should be lauded, who should be, who have brought this whole effort in the 20 years or 2 decades to such a length that we can have a hall full of people listening to what we are doing. We are not trying to boast anything. It is all your efforts. With the starting of Girl Child program in 2022, when we started celebrating 22-23, we celebrated the centenary year of my father. We said three things about the girls we want to specially do. One is their education, second their health, and third their hygiene. And we selected 2 schools on an experimental basis to see how we will be given actually a entry into the girls' school to talk to them, to help them out. Both the schools are financial. The students there who learn there, they all belong to families where somebody is working in a malaria department, somebody is a sweeper in the municipal corporation, somebody is driver's daughter, and they were all girls. In both the schools, one is a Marathi English medium, one is a absolutely Telugu medium school. Both institutions have more than 100 years, almost 100 years of their history. And over the period of time, why they have gone down was the result that a lot of commercialization that had happened. Aids have been stopped. So they were feeling crunch of all these things. And just giving a fees is not the criteria. We wanted to see how the girls, they are all malnutrition. How do you expect these girls to grow into a very healthy woman tomorrow? So we started on all those things, and last 4 years we are doing that, and we have seen that whatever the number of students are going for the 10th class, particularly because they will be entering into their +2 stage where the whole thinking system, thinking mind changes. They are opened from a crunched school atmosphere into an open air atmosphere. So there are so many issues that happen. And then we have a team that is created by the Girl Child project of the foundation. The team has got about 15, 16, most of them are girls and young ladies. And in the last 1 year, because we have been paying some fees part, so we thought, why not you make everybody should feel that contributory aspect of it. And we said, why not you also contribute. And you won't believe that was just a call that was made. And in the last 1 year, that is academic year 25 to February, up to February 26, we have spent more than 75,000 on the fees. We have spent on the junior college about 20,000. And we also sponsored some prizes worth about 8,000 or 9,000. Then one of my friends, he sponsored an entire, there was a severe winter this time. So one of the schools near Shankarpalli, and all the boys and girls were given sweaters. So somebody contributed. These are all the things, very small things actually. But the sense of participation and contribution is such a big thing, I'll tell you, that you have to just bring it to their notice. Totally we have given up to 90,000 rupees spent only in these 7-8 months. And this is not only money of, let me tell you, only money of Vyapari Foundation. Everyone, we said, why not we contribute 1,000 rupees per month? Not more. Just an experiment. 81,000 came from all these 8 to 10 people from US, from here, and we said don't give anything more than 1,000. We don't want anything more than that. And they have been regularly contributing. So the sense of closeness, familyness is what is very important. If this grows, it is well and good. We are here to continue. Now, in the annual function that we have like this, where we give a institution a certain bigger amount than what usually is given. Again there we don't, let me be very frank, we only put in and fix a certain amount which will try to make it into a round figure. And for last 15-16 years, the strength of these contributors which has grown, I will tell you, it is tremendous. And we have Mr. Vijay Kumar Bangar, Mr. Arya Chutanand, Mr. Ilyas Muhammad Khan, my mother's younger sister's daughter, who are called by names Bojewar, all in US they contribute, Dr. Shamsia and his brother Farooq, and each of them they contribute in memory of some or the other person. Like Mr. Bangad in his father's memory, Achyutanand in his mother's and father's memory, Ilyas Muhammad Khan in his father's memory, then Bojewar family in their father and parents' memory, Shamsia and Farooq in his brother's memory, W.P. Srinivas, my friend, senior lawyer, he in his parents' memory. This year, Smruti Madhu Vyapari, my own sister-in-law in US, she contributed in the name of her, in the memory of her father. We have got Ashok Khandekar sir, continuously be with us. Kishore Deshpande, my friend, Dinesh Srivastava, my friend. Then somebody long time back had deposited a certain endowment with us from which we get every yearly some amount. Unfortunately, this great gentleman, like my friend Mr. Lakshmikant Deshpande, who expired this year, Bihari Lal Yadav, Ankita Chopra, Uma Kunde, Nazneen Mistry in the memory of her father. This year, Tripti Agashe madam has joined. She has contributed. Prabhudayal Bhati in the name of his father. Another girl, Samita Agarwal, very close to my family. And very surprisingly this year when my brother was sending invitation to our regular invitees, my uncle referred about the invitation to his friend staying in the same colony, Mr. Keshwar Kettavarku. And this gentleman, he immediately said, I want to contribute. He sent his contribution. So this is the magic of the type of work that people get attracted, and there are people like this, more and more people will come up. So this is the total work that we are trying to put together, irrespective of the fact that there are so many things happening in and around in a negative manner. I really don't know. I want many people who want to help somebody. Like this year what happened, when it takes about 6 months time for us to sort out which is that institution, who is the person. We have to get to know whether the activity that is being done is really, particularly institution matters. Whether, because this is a period of social media, and you can get excellent videos seen, and then if you fall for that, it will be a difficult thing. So you got to, because it is everybody's money that is going to it. There is a seriousness. We earn with lot of effort. We don't earn the wrong way of money. So we make it a point to go and see the work. So this year when we saw the work of Mr. Dattu Agarwal, who started about 20 years back an institution for the blind girls in Gulbarga in the name of his mother, Ambubai. We thought we'll go. So me and Nazneen and Vinita and Sai Ram, we went one day in the morning, met them there, and I'll tell you what a beautiful building that they have constructed. How easily it is made accessible to the visually impaired girls. I would not like to call them blind. we are blind actually. So they are visually impaired. And I will tell you, such a beautiful building, they have first thing which I saw was a big, huge board on which all the people who had donated them, contributed to them, was written. From the crowdfunding that they did, it was 97 lakhs they collected, 25 lakhs by LIC. So people recognize their work and they really use that whole thing in a beautiful manner. Thereafter, prior to that, I also wanted to check what's happening about the blind girls school in Hyderabad. Because I remember in Malakpet it was in such a shabby condition, you would not even enter the premises. So I said, let me go and see, so I went there. Government has constructed a beautiful building, campus for them. I went, I asked, I inquired with the mistress, they said, 100 girls are there. And then when I asked them, can we help out, can we do something for them? They said, yes. So we started giving something, sanitary pads, some food or something like that. One day I went and asked them, because it was hitting me very hard that why is this huge discrimination? Why is there a school for visually impaired girls and not visually impaired normal girls? Whether it is people with physical or mental disability, even they have different schools for all these sections. So what I asked them was, I said I have a request. I will get 10 students from these both schools where we are adopted one day for half an hour of 10th class. You give your 10th class students in your school. We will make them sit together. I want these visually, effectively, they are not visually impaired girls, to see how the visually impaired girls conduct themselves, how they study. So they should get an idea that what we have and what don't have, still how they manage. There is a need of integration of these students together. This is all there in educational policy, that integration should be there. But at no point of time this integration happens. Then I thought, why the private institutions who have such big corporate presence in educational field, why nobody is starting a school for blind girls? Why nobody is starting a school for mentally and physically retarded children? Only some special schools are there. Nobody wants to take these children because it's a huge responsibility. One of our awardees for the institution is about 2017 or 18. Special Friends is a school now in ECIL. We gave her about 1.50 lakhs at that point of time. She immediately brought a huge machine and she put this into vocational type training for these mentally retarded children in plate milling. She created not only a money source for the school but also gave them a vocational training so that when they go out they can do something on their own. But not even 3-4 schools. They are there only to prepare accounts, file it before the government, take some funds. Actual work doesn't happen. Then when I said, this is my proposal, why can't we bring these girls? And I was told immediately within 5 minutes, no, we will have to get the permission of DO and please don't bring anyone in our school. Then I realized that what is Dantu sir is doing in Gulbarga is something very great. So I went there, I saw that. I'm not saying that because of the building we are impressed. The effort for 2 decades which he put, with 2 girls he started. And today he has more than 100 girls, 3 dormitories, excellent kitchen. He feeds 100 people, girls as well as the staff every day, breakfast, lunch, dinner. You calculate, I calculated every day one person 100 rupees, 33 rupees morning, 30 rupees evening, additional expense. 100 rupees into 100, 10,000 per day, 3 lakhs in a month. It's not a joke. He cannot earn by black money. He has been struggling, and you know what struck me the most, that when we were entering into that area, it is on the ring road, deep inside somewhere, We were getting confused, are we going in the right direction or not? But when we entered into that premises, what I found was surrounding it is some sugar factory fellow has donated this land. They have used it properly. And everywhere around that land, still there is a factory of bricks, brick making factory. I once thought, this man is creating out of these girls the foundational bricks of education. He is building their career, he is building their life. It is not what he is feeding, how much he is feeding, how excellently the arrangements are made. That is, there are day scholars also, but most of them, and from 5-6 districts, girls come to Gulbarga for this. So this was a great experiment that he has carried. And who is this person? Himself a blind at a very young age. Who is his mother? Most uneducated, never had any sense of education or touch of education. And she told him, you have to start something for the blind girls. It is in her name and her memory, he says, Ambubai, Matosri Ambubai, School for Blind Girls. And he has erected an excellent bust of his mother on the main foreground of the school. That shows that Savitribai Phule was not the only, she's commenced. But there are so many such examples. We don't even have the idea where these ladies come from. And Mr. Dattu Agarwal himself, a blind person, studied, acquired qualifications, became a lecturer in junior college in Gulbarga, taught for 32 years political science. Had he had vision, he would not have taught political science, considering what is the politics today. So, these are real persons who should be revered, who should be appreciated. So that's how we selected them. Then we have 2 Gurushresh Sanmans whom we give, and I will just take few minutes and explain here so that the rest of the ceremony can pass on very easily. One is, many times it so happens that particularly we were thinking that why just try to find out somebody from Hyderabad always. Why not go beyond? Like we went to Gulbarga this time. And one more thing I must mention. Mr. Dattu Agarwal, all through his conversation with me there in Gulbarga, one thing he was continuously telling me, yes sir, mere patni ka kaam hai. She has done everything. She has looked up. He was waiting for me to say that. Because he clapped first. That shows his sense of appreciation of a rightful person. Who appreciates a wife these days, I don't know, but I still feel. So the thing is, the second thing which we were facing was whom should we take for Gurushresh Sanman? We have one male and a female teacher. So I called upon my friend Dr. Ashok Belkhode from Kinwat, who has been a recipient of one of the grants from us and a selfless server. For last 30 and odd years, he settled in a tribal belt infected by naxalites and established an excellent hospital today of 10 crores worth multi-speciality hospital there. He has established 3 to 4 schools there. So when I told him, you have so many schools, you must be having so many teachers, why not you suggest one good name for me? So he suggested one good person. Another big problem that we do is, I think most of you must have received our profiles on the telephone, mobiles. When we ask them to give their biodata, not biodata for a job, but about themselves, they don't write anything. They don't want to tell anything. I can't write a story. So somehow we try to, being a lawyer, I have to cross-examine again and again and try to get out some material, create a story and then put it. It should be authentic. That's very important. So when I asked Dattu Agarwal ji to send something, he wrote down, first 2 things I was shocked, he wrote down in Sanskrit praising his parents. Then he wrote down in Sanskrit about his education. I didn't know how to translate all this. But that feeling which he has, with which the reverence for his parents he had, for his work he had, that was very good. So whatever is before you today, what he did, what is that he did? He just taught in many schools wherever he was posted. That was not important. Today we have a bus, as I told, 80,000 rupees for a child. If the staff also wants to go, he has to also pay. He travelled on all the dirty roads, kacha roads, on cycle, 18 kilometers every day up and down. For what? For teaching somebody. In one school particularly when he went, he saw the school was without students, but the school was there. Then he went to the slums and he brought, so he went to the slum, he brought girls from that slum and gave 100% result from that school. So this was something which was marvelous that he did. And he is such a down-to-earth person. When I met him only today morning, such a down-to-earth person. He travelled all the way from Kinwat to this place with his wife. And I think all his profile that reads was very perfect. We were very lucky enough to get such a person. The other person on the woman teacher, we were thinking a lot from here and there. I didn't know. I mean, many times it so happens. Something is very close to you, can't read, no? That's how it happened. Vyapari Dandekar has been a part of Vyapari family. Right from her education. Not only she, her father, Mr. Gopal Shankar Dandekar, a Sarvodai, a Gandhian. I can go on telling about him. He was considered as the Manas Putra Vinoba Bhave. He established his own Seva Ashram in Mancherial. He was one person who could walk directly into Indira Gandhi's room and tell her, what are you doing? Because I remember one incident he told me, that one day he was travelling in a train to Delhi and in Jhansi or somewhere, they stopped him, they got him out because he used to wear a khadi necktie and a khadi bandi. That's all. And when he was pulled out of the train, and then they thought he is some rogue, and they took him to the police station and beat him like anything on his back. Elderly man. He didn't say anything. He went to the train again. He travelled to Delhi. He went directly to Indira Gandhi's office, entered, pulled up his shirt and showed, this is what your government is doing to me. She was shocked. But he never complained. You ask him anything, he would say, whatever you are studying, is it of any help to the nation? You tell me first. Such a nice person. And she is the child of that great person. Not only he, her mother, who was a wonderful, wonderful person. She naturally imbibed the same genes. So when I asked her profile, she was brought up into several ashrams. She had that impact like Varda, where she was brought up. Then the kind of education she took, the certifications she took, she was happy if she would have got the certification of a physical trainer and got a job in the government, would have retired happily. No, she completed her BA, she completed her MA, she completed her MA. But she never said, I will leave my teaching as a sports teacher. And she carried out the work in Kanyashala, particularly I know, excellently. And she is one person who could stand up for an issue and fight with any person if it is genuine. I said, oh, this lady is just here and I am searching elsewhere. So, Vyapari Dandekar is here. Then comes, in the last few years, as I told you, one young person who is trying to do something different in a manner of education. Last year we had given the institutional grant to one girl called Hema Pandela, who is out of her own passion. She runs a animal rescue center. You have to once go and see what is the situation. She has no grants. Municipal corporation has given her a small lane-like thing, about 16-17 kgs. All stray animals she gets there, treats them. There is one gentleman, a Muslim gentleman who is a retired veterinary surgeon, who comes and offers free service to her. And she takes care of all them. From where? From pigeons to horse. Every animal, you have to just call and tell her that so and so animal is suffering. She will go get it. last year we gave her a grant of almost around 3 lakhs. And what did she do? She put some more money into it, and today she has a ambulance for animals. She is sending the ambulance wherever the animal needs. She has every month 60, 70, 80,000 expenditure. Where will she get? So she takes tuitions for children, makes an appeal. Now this year, that is what is happening. She is now finding scarcity of space. So we last year decided that Pramodini Bindu gave us a grant of 2 lakhs rupees. So we gave 1 lakh into her animal protection center, and the rest of 1 lakh we divided into specially focused on girl-child issues and animal protection. These are the 2 things we added. So this year we said, let us do something we are doing for the blind girls, let us do something for animals also. Somebody is doing some work, we must do it, help them and appreciate them. So my nephew Gautam has been very closely associated with a housewife, a lady, educated lady, who could lead a very normal life without any hassles. Why should she take all the burden? We are not ready to even take care of the human beings. But she, out of passion from her childhood, her father and mother, who brought all those genes into her, to be human. And to be human to animals is very important. And Jaswinder Kaur, she started to look after the pets, dogs and kittens and everybody. And what she does is, even today I came to know, Gautam was telling me, she was in such a great under pressure because somebody came and left a 2 days kitten to her, asked him to take care of it. The whole night she had to feed every 2 hours. The whole day she couldn't sleep properly. I mean, but she does. How many kittens you can find? Stays here in near Basant Talkies. How many? 30, 40, 50 kittens you will find in her home. She gives them in adoption. She will select the person to whom the adoption is being made because she wants the kitten to be taken care of, the pet to be taken care of. So she is so deeply attached. What is the grant that she gets? Where is the source of money? Nothing. Her husband also is equally passionate about this. So he and she together and their 2 children, they do this in their own home. What is her motto? Out of all her experience so many years, she says every family, every individual should help one stray pet sterile. When I read this, I thought, why is she having that as an idea? When I went back thinking about it, the motto is very, very clear. She says what she is facing with people coming and giving away stray animals to her. Because it happens for the stray animal. They should not suffer. There should not be more stray. As we would say, there should not be more children without parents. What will be their situation? Let us imagine. Destitute. Do you know in the Hindu pantheon, in Hindu culture that we had, these days we all call it Sanatani culture. When I was reading that into history of the law of Hindus, there was no destitute home ever. There was no destitute home. Why was there no destitute home? Because one of the Upanishads states that a child of an unmarried daughter, please listen to this, how the society was developed. The child of an unmarried daughter should be the responsibility of the mother of the daughter. What will happen? The unwed mother will not take care of the child. Her mother will take care of the child, so there will be no destitute. The child himself will become the brother of her own mother, his or her own mother. So the society was without this destitute. And this is what she says, that there should not be any destitute animals also. So sterile them so that they will be saved. I mean, this is kind of thinking that people have, and selflessly people are doing. So she is the our selection for that particular grant, which my friend has especially makes for that particular category. Then we had introduced in 2017 onwards a award called, or I will not call it even award, I will just call it is something where we take blessings of someone. The whole idea is a woman, a housewife who works throughout her lifetime in the home to keep the family together, to cook for them, to clean their clothes, clean their house. She struggles and keeps everything for himself so far as the house is concerned. And she is not asking anything in return for that. She doesn't even ask to recognize her efforts. The other day I was listening to one of the MP's speech in the parliament where he has mooted a bill saying that the housewives also must be paid salaries. Why not? Because nobody values that. But probably if such a thing comes up, if we start paying salary to my mother, if in the next week if she says I am going for leave for 15 days, we will be nowhere. Right? So we cannot value, the basic thing is we cannot value their service. We cannot value their work. So we initiated Mauli Sanman. Mauli is a word which is generally addressed to mother or the motherly attitude of a person. That is why we call the Vithoba of Pandharpur as Mauli. Though he is a man, but we call him Mauli because his love is motherly. There cannot be anything beyond that. We cannot even make a definition of Mauli. So every year we started bringing one such lady, Pramodtai Bindu, my mother's very close friend, Subhadramai Koratkar. These were the people with whom we started. So this year it's very difficult to search such ladies. One thing is you have to know every family then, that family's history, who has struggled in that family. But somehow luckily I could lay my eyes on a lady who is going to be celebrated today as Mauli. And the work she has done, I have put into the profiles that are sent. And she has done tremendous work for the destitute children, the destitute girls, being a matron in their remotely located hostels. At a young age of 19, 20, she took the job and she went and she did all these things. It was tremendous. She never claims recognize me. She never tells what I did. So we have to take it out from them and bring them before everybody and recognize. We thought, what is that we can give? We give some grant to somebody. For a mother, what can we give? We cannot value her. So what we have decided, what we have done is, we just give a citation in Sanman to her, take her blessings, and at her hands, we give a certain amount on behalf of the foundation of 25,000 to a very poor family where they are educating their children for them. So this year we have selected one such lady who lost her husband last year, and she has a daughter who is writing 10th class exam now, and her son is also studying. So they may need that money more than anybody else. So these are the 4-5 categories that we have done. I will not take much of your time because there is so much that I can speak about. But let us start the actual ceremony. Gautam, let us start. Give me the citation of Guru Shesh. We will start with the Guru Shesh Sanman. And I will request Sri Gajanan Kishanrao Ladkar ji. Gajanan sir, please, to come onto the dais. And I also request my elder brother Sri Prakash Jagindar to come and give the honors to him. Prakash, please come. In this honor, we give a citation and a grant of rupees as a token, 31,000 rupees. I will read the citation first. अथक परिश्रम करने से, शिक्षा क्षेत्र में निस्वार्थ सेवा करने से, आप में सीखने की जिज्ञासा होने से, अपने शिष्यों की सराहना करने का विशाल हृदय पाने से आपने एक परंपरा प्रस्थापित की है जो अनुकरणीय बनी है शिक्षकों के लिए, आदर्श बनी है शिष्यों के लिए, तथा अपने आप को परिपूर्ण बनाया है आपने अध्यापन द्वारा अध्ययन इस संकल्पना के अनुरूप। अतः हम आपके व्यक्तित्व में गुरुश्रेष्ठ का दर्शन करते हैं। Your relentless pursuit to disseminate knowledge, your selfless service in the cause of teaching, your devoted endurance to endeavor to learn, your magnanimity to appreciate the pupil, your tireless efforts in the art of teaching has established a tradition for teachers to emulate and students to look up to an ideal. You are thus an embodiment of the concept of teach to learn. We revere the teacher and the personality as you are the Guru Shrestha. Thank you.
anak kejar anak kemudian kejar
हमने पहले ही साल से तय किया था कि हम लोग फूल नहीं देंगे, फूल डालेंगे, फूल अभी हमारे कार्यक्रम के पहले किसी का कार्यक्रम जो हो रहा था सारे फूल को कचरे के डिब्बे में पड़े हुए। तो हमने पहले साल से तय किया था कि हम पौधा देंगे फूलों का, ताकि वो पौधा बढ़ेगा तो और फूल लगेगा।
नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः।
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. That's sir. Please. Can we just
Young man. Angry man.
I call upon Dayatai Dandekar to come to the dais. Yeah. Aramat. Yeah. I also call Srimati Prabha Garudacha, who is herself a teacher who has worked in Silpur Kagaz Nagar and Shishu Mandir. So you have taught some of the best minds in Shishu Mandir. And she is the lady who has come, who is mother-in-law of my friend Dr. Ravi. And I thought at 87 when she is here, there cannot be any better person to do the honors. The same 31,000 rupees and the citation. Ma'am, can you just give the part? He will do. And you to. No, he'll wait. हाँ बस Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. My father. May I know?
माझ्या भावाची पूजा केली होती मी लोकांनी.
So,
माझ्या वडिलांनी त्यांना
may I now call
जयंती.
for the institutional grant Sri Dattu Agarwal ji and his consort to the dais to take the honor. I request Kishore Vyapari to come and do the honors. As I told you, Shobha Rani Agarwal, wife of Mr. Dattu Agarwal, have been the reason and cause for all that today stands in the name of Ambuvai. This is just a certificate of appreciation. And let me tell you, the grant cumulatively that we got collected from all the 19 people and whatever is added by the foundation has come out. The last one is my daughter in US. She said, no, make it a round figure, add this much, don't worry about it. So we have brought it to 3,50,000. Dattuji, whatever we could gather is only a token. Let me assure you one thing. My whole purpose of bringing you, my whole purpose of bringing you to Hyderabad was to introduce you to this very august gathering that we have, because this is only a token. We are going to be continued with you. Whatever big or small that we can manage to send time and again, we will definitely do it. Thank you so much for coming all this long from Gulbarga and blessing us, sir. Thank you so much. Yeah, I'll give you a mic. You can sit there. I'll give you a mic. You can sit there, sir. नहीं आप यहीं बैठिए ना सर, आपको बैठ के बात करके जाएंगे। आप बैठ के बात करके
नमस्कार. मला हैदराबादमध्ये येऊन असं वाटलं की मी गुलबर्ग्यातच आहे काय म्हणजे इथं बहुतेक बंधू बहीण मराठी बोलणार आहेत
सगळ्यात भाषेचे आहेत सर.
आणि नाही ते पण आहे. नाही मैं तो हिंदी में ही बोलूँगा, तो मेरा थोड़ा कॉम्प्लीमेंट्स बोलत नहीं. So today I am deeply honored to receive this Shiksha Sevak Award. Praveenji told so many things about me. I don't know how much I am able for that. Anyhow, his love and affection, your love and affection, it brought me to here. So this is, as he rightly pointed out, my mother who brought me up and gave me a lot of education and made me to stand up in the society. And I was thinking that I should do something for blind girls. There are boys schools, but no school exclusively reserved for girls, that I thought I should start it. Her name, and in our association's name is Hyderabad Karnataka Disabled Welfare Society. So we brought so many girl, child, and I have seen that so many parents just leave their daughter in front of the temple or somewhere, not because they don't love their child, but because they feel somewhat difficult to bring that child to the good level. So such children we identify and bring in our school, and we have so far the last 20 years some about 100 girls have passed secondary board examination, and they brought set percentage competing with the normal children. And our girls scored more than 80-90%, even though they are blind. So the government gives there is a provision to appoint one writer. That writer will read question for these girls, and these girls depend on their memory power, whatever they have studied. So like that only they have passed out the secondary board examination. Everything has been told by Pramit Ji. There is nothing to tell. He came to our school, and I was also very happy. Mrs. Pramit was also there with him, I think so.
No, I don't have misses, sir. These are my daughters.
Okay. Okay, thank you. So anyhow, I must express my gratitudes, my thanks to Vyapari Education Foundation and to all the people present here for recognizing, as Prince just told, Shobha Rani, without her I could not have done all this work, because Shiva cannot do without Shakti with him.
Very good.
So when Shiva and Shakti come together, lot of things will happen. Therefore, I must say here, I must thank Shobha Aniji also for cooperating me on this. In 1987, we married. Since then, she is tolerating me. I should say that only, because she is struggling with me, that is the thing. So once again, I thank and express my gratitude to all the people present here. Thank you very much.
Such a beautiful exposition of his own feelings, and I think he deserves what he got today. I can tell Dattuji, when you are speaking live just now, about what you did about the blind girls. It is such a humble way that you submitted all these things. But the world is like this. We are right now in the middle of a war where an eye for eye is the whole philosophy. What about those who don't have eyes, the vision? Those who are at the war do not have vision, let me tell you. Vision is something different than having an eye. I will tell you, every girl for that matter, I must tell you, every girl has some potential in her. To which strata of the society she belongs, कौन से घर से आती है, कितने माली हालत के घर से आती है, उसके पेरेंट्स कौन है, ये सारे एक तरफ हर बच्चे में कुछ ना कुछ ऐसा स्पार्क होता है जो हम नहीं जान पाते. सिर्फ दो ही लोग, only two people can recognize. One is the parents who are first teachers, and the other is teacher who is the second parent. But nobody is recognizing because they are all after finishing the syllabus in school or sending the child to the tuition. I tell you, they don't get the love. First of all, they must be taught, teachers must be taught to love the student. क्योंकि किसी ने बहुत, निदा फाजली ने बहुत बेहतरीन कहा है, कभी किसी को मुकम्मल जहां नहीं मिलता, कहीं जमीन तो कहीं आसमान नहीं मिलता। तेरे जहान में ऐसा नहीं कि प्यार न हो, जहां उम्मीद है उसकी वहां नहीं मिलता।
क्या बात।
उस उम्मीद के लिए हम सब हैं कि वो उम्मीद को बरकरार रखना, उसके लिए कुछ करना। क्योंकि स्पार्क की जब बात आती है ना, ये तो हुआ उर्दू में, हिंदी में भी बहुत बेहतरीन कहते हैं लोग। हिंदीवर जी का एक गीत है, उसका अर्थ समझना बहुत जरूरी है। वो कहते हैं, ओरे ताल मिले नदी के जल में, ताल मीन्स तालाब, तालाब पॉन्ड। ओरे ताल मिले नदी के जल में, नदी मिले सागर में, सागर मिले कौन से जल में कोई जाने ना। सूरज को धरती तर से, धरती को चंद्रमा, पानी में सीप जैसे प्यासी हर आत्मा। बूंद छिपी किस, ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट, बूंद छिपी किस बादल में कोई जाने ना। किस बच्चे में क्या छुपा है हमको पता नहीं। वी हैव टू फाइंड दैट, वी हैव टू एनकरेज, वी हैव टू मेक देम सो हेल्दी दैट दे कैन कम आउट ऑफ दिस। वरना घर में काम करने वाली की बच्ची फिर घर में काम करने वाली ही क्यों बनना चाहिए? ये छोटी सी बात है, ये अपना काम है, अपना कर्तव्य है, वी मस्ट डू दिस। सो दिस इज ऑल। तो मेरा भाषण लंबा चल सकता है, इसलिए मैं इसको रोक देता हूँ। लास्ट जो दो और कैटेगरीज है, जसी जी यहाँ हैं, जसविंदर कौर, एंड उनका जो काम है वो आप और मेरे से सबसे हटके, वो बहुत हटके है और उसको बहुत कंटिन्यू करना है। हम उनके साथ रहने वाले। मैं जसविंदर कौर जी को बुलाता हूँ कि वो डायस पे। मैं रिक्वेस्ट करता हूँ नाज़नीन को कि वो इधर आए टू डू द ऑनर्स। प्लीज बैठिए। Nazmin is, I have got about 20-25 daughters. So of that Nazmin is one. And Nazmin is one of the ardent animal lovers. So that's the right way of honoring a right person. So in this category, my friend Achyutanand contributes exclusively. And this year we have also increase that amount, which can be of some little help to Jaswinder ji. And this amount that we are giving is about 50,000 rupees. क्या यूज है आपका? ऐसा मत कहो कहीं हम बोल देंगे वापस कर दो, मत करो, दिल्ली से। It's so nice. Please stand up. Please stand up. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, please.
Hello everyone. Been a great honor, first time ever, to give such an honor. Means I wasn't expecting this much. This is the first ever time for me to take any money from anyone. So it has been always me and my hubby. We had been doing all this. So yeah, we had been in this service since long, taking care of these all animals, stray animals. बस आप सबसे एक ही रिक्वेस्ट करना चाहती हूँ हमेशा कि अपने लाइफ में किसी एक एनिमल को, whether it is a cat or a dog, एक लाइफ लॉन्ग में कभी एक एनिमल को प्लीज आप एक ना स्टरलाइज कराइए। आप उसमें कई जाने आगे की बचा सकते हैं जो कि रोडों पे मर जाती हैं बेचारी, जिनको घर नहीं मिलता है रहने के लिए। और आजकल तो इतनी क्रूएल्टी हो गई है कि इट्स रियली अनबेरेबल। तो प्लीज लाइफ लॉन्ग में, नॉट इवन कि एक साल में एक या कुछ भी, पूरी जिंदगी में बस एक किसी भी जानवर का ना स्टरलाइजेशन करा दीजिए। दैट विल बी मोर देन एनफ एंड आई विल बी वेरी हैप्पी। थैंक यू सो मच।
Nilesh, I request you to get that wheelchair here. बसूनच अच्छा खुर्ची खाली देऊ का? एकदम ये. Please chair down. नाही, तुम्ही बसा. बस, एकच ठेवू. Thank you, Nilesh. We are coming to the last part of the celebration ceremony. I call Sulashana Kaluji Maushi to take a seat here. It's very difficult for her to just walk also. I think we bothered her a lot. But I think for our own selfish purpose to get all the blessings from her, we are doing this. Maushi, please share with the I thank actually each one of you for your extreme patience waiting with us for this. May I call upon Trupti Agasheji to come and do the honors and Geeta Koratkarji also to come. हवा म्हणायची गरज नाही, या तुम्ही या, घरचं आहे सगळं. नीलेश, can you just help? Just पहिल्यांदा हे citation दे मला. Give the citation. Give 2 minutes and read the citation and then you can answer. So I will just read out the citation for all of you. व्यापारी एजुकेशन फाउंडेशन हैदराबाद माउली सम्मान श्रीमती सुलोचनाबाई कालू। प्रकृति का प्रतीक हुआ, अवनी का स्वरूप हुआ, सिंधु सी गहराई है आप में, नदी सा अविरत प्रवाह हो आप, ईर्ष्या और अहंकार से अनछुई हो आप, औरों की सराहना कर आनंदित होती हो आप, औरों के दुखों का हिस्सा बनती हो आप, औरों के आनंद को बांटकर द्विगुणित करती हो आप। आपका सहज स्वभाव, परिवार, पड़ोस, समाज, हर व्यक्ति के प्रति लगाव, निस्वार्थता, निष्प्रहता, सरसता एवं संतुष्टता आपके जीवन को आदर्श बनाती है। आपका सानिध्य अपनत्व का एहसास कराती है। आपका स्पर्श ममता का आधार लगता है। आपका सस्मित दर्शन स्नेह का आश्वासन होता है। स्त्रीत्व की पूर्णता का प्रमाण आप हो, ममता एवं प्रेम का प्रमेय आप हो। केवल स्त्री ही नहीं, माँ ही नहीं, सभीता को एक सूत्र में पिरोए रखने वाली निस्वार्थ प्रेम का स्रोत आप हो। आप माँ, मौसी ही नहीं, एक अनंत सत्य हो, मातृत्व का साक्षात्कार हो, माउली हो। इसके साथ हम क्या दे सकते हैं? एक सरस्वती की मूर्ति है। आप विश्वास नहीं करेंगे, बाजार में सरस्वती की मूर्ति मिलना मुश्किल हो गया। इतना ढूंढना पड़ता है उसके लिए। धन्यवाद। मैं मौशी एक मिनिट थांबा। लता, अम्मा इकडून रा। कीर्तना राम
इकडे बघा एक मिनिट
एक मिनट गौ गौ बोले हाँ ये ना कीर्तना कीर्तना अभी 10th क्लास में पढ़ रही है, एग्जाम लिख रही है, तो उसके मदद के लिए, उसके कल के कॉलेज के लिए हमारी तरफ से 25,000 रुपए माऊली सम्मान पाने वाली माँ से हाथ से लेंगे। वेरी गुड वेरी गुड।
Hey, hero. Ana.
जरा साइड सर मैडम
Madam, madam.
मैडम कोण सर सर इकडे बघा
तुला नाही तर कोणाला सगळ्याला येते मराठी सगळे एकच तिकडे सतीश बाय हो सतीश बाय पक्कने सतीश
फोटो दो ना हाँ चिंटू
हम लोग
इट्रा बाबू जा इथं
बाबा
इथं पाय इथं पाय बाबा
सर
चलो बस बस
डॅडी
థ్యాంక్ యూ.
కూర్చో కూర్చో
మేడం 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 జగన్
రండి రమ్మంటుంది రండి రండి మళ్ళీ
మేడం మేడం
ఇక్కడ వచ్చాడు ఒకసారి
కొంచెం జగన్
ఇక్కడ చూడండి మేడం. ఇక్కడ చూడాలి
ఇక్కడ చూడు ఇక్కడ చూడు ఇక్కడ
ఇక్కడ
చూడు
చూడండి.
మేడం ఓకే సత్తుగా
హలో సభాసదులందరికీ నా యొక్క కృతజ్ఞతలు. ఎంత దూరమైనా సరే నా మీద చాలా ఆత్మీయత అభిమానం ప్రేమ అన్నీ పెట్టుకొని ఇంత దూరాల నుంచి కూడా వచ్చారు మీరు. అదే నాకు చాలా చాలా సంతోషము. ఇంకొకటి ఏమంటే నేను ఏదో ఇంట్లో ఏదో ఏది వయసుగా నా పనులు ఏదో నేను చేసుకుంటూ ఏది వయసుగా నా దీంట్లో ఒంటరిగా పిల్లలందరూ బయట విదేశాలలో ఉన్నా కూడా నా ధైర్యంతో నేను జరుపుకుంటున్నాను. రాఘవేంద్ర స్వామి గారు మొన్న మాకు సాయిబాబా గారు వీళ్ళందరి సపోర్ట్ వల్ల నేను ఈ విధంగా నడిపిస్తుంటున్నాను. ఆయన పెద్ద మాట ఏమంటే నా పెద్ద కొడుకు చిన్న కొడుకు వీళ్ళు అబ్బాయిలు మాత్రం చాలా చాలా ఎప్పటికప్పుడు ఇయర్లీ వన్స్ రావడము ఇయర్లీ వన్స్ ఉండడము చేయడము ఇవన్నీ కూడా అన్నీ సక్రమంగా చేస్తారు. ఇంకా నాకు ఈ ఏదో వంటింట్లో ఏదో చేసుకొని ఏదో పిల్లలు చిన్న పిల్లలు ఉన్నారు ఏదో గవర్నమెంట్ ఉద్యోగం వచ్చిందని ఏదో పోయి చేసినందుకు నాకు గుర్తుపట్టి రికగ్నైజ్ చేసి నాకు ఇంత పెద్ద సభ అరేంజ్ చేసినందుకు నేను మన వ్యాపారి గారికి నేను చాలా రుణపడి ఉన్నాను. ఆయన నాకు ఎక్కడో ఉన్న మూలలో ఉన్న మనిషిని అందరితో సలహా తీసుకొని అందరితో ఇది చేసి మా ఇంటికి 1-4 సార్లు వచ్చి నా యొక్క అభిప్రాయాలు నా యొక్క అనుభవాలు అన్నీ కనుక్కొని చేసి అవన్నీ కూడా ఒక బయోడేటా లాగా చేసి అందరికీ తెలిసేటట్టు చేశారు ఆయన. అందుకని ఆయనకు కూడా నా యొక్క కృతజ్ఞతలు. ఆయనకు ఎల్లకాలం ఇట్లనే అన్ని
ఆశీర్వాదం ఇవ్వండి.
అదే అదే ఇస్తా. ఎల్లకాలము ఇట్లాంటి ఫౌండేషన్స్ అంతా నడిపించుకుంటూ పేదవాళ్ళను గుర్తించి పేదవాళ్ళను బ్లైండ్ గుడ్డాల అందరినీ చేసి అది చేశారు. అదేలాంటి సేవ నేను కూడా 30 సంవత్సరాలు చేశాను. అంతా తల్లిదండ్రి లేని పిల్లలు, ఉద్యోగస్తులు, బయట ఊర్ల నుంచి వచ్చిన ఆడవాళ్లకు అందరికీ కూడా మేము షెల్టర్ ఇచ్చి గవర్నమెంట్ హాస్టల్స్ అంతా మేనేజ్ చేసి అందులో నేను 30 years చాలా నిజాయితీగా నీట్గా చేసినందుకు నాకు గవర్నమెంట్ వాళ్ళు కూడా 5 years బ్యాక్ నాకు కూడా వాళ్ళు కూడా 8 years వచ్చినందుకు వాళ్ళు కూడా పిలిచి నాకు కూడా అవార్డు ఇచ్చి సన్మానం చేసి అని చేశారు. అదే విధంగా నాకు పట్వారి గారు వ్యాపారి గారు సన్మానం చేసినందుకు నాకు చాలా 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 సంతోషంగా ఉంది. ఈ కారణంగా మా అక్క పిల్లలు, తమ్ముడు పిల్లలు, మా మేనత్త పిల్లలు అందరూ నాకు కలుసుకున్నారు, చేశారు. అది ఒక పెద్ద సంబరం లాగానే నడిపించారు. ఆయన చాలా శ్రమపడి చేశారు కాబట్టి ఆయనకు కూడా నా వైపు నుంచి చాలా పెద్ద ఆశీర్వాదం ఇస్తాను. ఎప్పుడు ఎట్లనే ఆరోగ్యంగా ఉండి అట్లనే ఆయన అందరి కుటుంబ సభ్యుల మంచిని బాగా చూసుకుంటూ ఉండాలని చెప్పి నేను ఆయన ఆశీర్వాదం ఎల్లకాలం ఆయన ఆరోగ్యాలతో ఉండాలి. ఆయన ఎప్పుడు కూడా అంటే ఇదే విధంగా యాక్టివ్గా ఉండాలి. ఇట్లనే అన్ని ఫౌండేషన్స్ అంతా నడిపించుకుంటూ ఉండాలి. ఇక
माझ्या वडिलांचं ना प्रवीण बोलू का बोलतात
माझं तुमचं फाउंडेशनला देवाचा दिवा लावा म्हणून. नमस्कार. मी तेव्हाच विचारले गौतमला तुमचं वडील आहेत का म्हणून. देवाला दिवा लावायला म्हणून मी तुमचं फाउंडेशनचं नाव लिहाल
मॅडम.
हे फाउंडेशनच्या नावानं एक दिवामध्ये फाउंडेशन नाव लिहिले. पुन्हा सन्मानचं अजून दिवामध्ये प्रवीण नाव लिहिले. तुमचं नाव मला आठवण नाही म्हणून तुम्हाला म्हणून
हे सगळ्यात इम्पॉर्टंट आहे.
This is the mother, and that is why this Mauli Satma.
Let us sit there. So let us try to wind up the whole thing, and everybody is waiting for the dinner. So let me tell one thing. Every year these days we are experiencing this sudden so no, he doesn't want to get up. Anyway, so before we give the vote of thanks, I request Kishore Vyapari to do the vote of thanks. But I would like to say, and I want, मैं ये बोलना चाह रहा हूँ और बार बार बोलना चाह रहा हूँ, पिछले 4-5 साल से हम ये देख रहे हैं, जब माउली सम्मान हम करते हैं, एक घर के बुजुर्ग आदमी का सम्मान हम जब करते हैं, तो उनके फैमिली के काफ़ी लोग आते हैं. बहुत अच्छी चीज़ है. आते हैं नहीं, साथ में जैसा आज सुलोचना मौसी का सम्मान हुआ, घर के सब परिवार की तरफ से शाल है, वो है, ये दान है। मेरी एक ही रिक्वेस्ट है उनसे, ये वो फैमिली के लोग मिलके क्यों अरेंज नहीं करते? दूसरे कोई अरेंज करने के बाद आप यहाँ बहुत अच्छा है कि हम घर के एक ही लोग हैं, वी आर ऑल मेंबर्स ऑफ द फैमिली। इतने साल क्यों नहीं किया गया? मैं ये बोलना चाह रहा हूँ कि हम सब जैसी उम्र बढ़ते जा रही है ना, वो क्या बोली अभी, 2 बात बोली, बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट बात बोली। यही थी चीज जो सलती थी, जो तकलीफ देती। फिर भी वो बोली, ये माँ है इसलिए बोली कि मेरे दोनों बेटे जो दोनों यूएस में है, हर साल आते हैं, मिलके जाते हैं। जो रोज साथ बैठने वाले हैं, कभी कभार है, और उसमें भी समाधान है इस औरत का। ये माँ का दिल होता है। अपने आप को एडजस्ट कर लिया है इन लोगों ने, इस पीढ़ी ने। इसके बाद की पीढ़ी कोई एडजस्ट नहीं करने वाली है किसी के साथ भी। इन लोगों ने एडजस्ट कर लिया है। ये पीढ़ी धीमे धीमे हल्के हल्के खत्म होते जा रही है। तो आने वाले दिनों में तो ज्यादा से ज्यादा फैमिली में ऐसे फंक्शंस होने चाहिए जहां अपने बुजुर्ग है, उनका कोई त्योहार हो या उनका बर्थडे हो, मनाना चाहिए। क्यों नहीं मनाते? हमको भी बुलाओ, हम भी आते हैं, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं। ऐसे ज्यादा से ज्यादा कार्यक्रम होने चाहिए, ऐसा मेरा कहना है। तो और ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट चीज है। तो एनीवे, हम इतना ही बोलते हैं कि सभी लोग पेशेंस के साथ बैठे रहे और सारे एक त्योहार हो गया ऐसा समझेंगे हम लोग। और आप सबका शुक्रिया अदा। मैं आपको मेरी लंबी चौड़ी बात यहाँ ही समाप्त करता हूँ। वोट ऑफ टाइम देते हैं। मुझे भी जल्दी है, आपको भी जल्दी है, खाना भी इंतजार कर रहा है। दादा प्लीज प्रपोज वोट ऑफ।
Ladies and gentlemen,
just make one announcement on behalf of the Matosri Abubai Blind School for Girls. Mr. Prasad is there. He has a QR with him. If anyone wants to make any donation, they can just click and give the money. Thank you so much.
ladies and gentlemen, thank you for giving me this opportunity to thank you all. This august audience knows very well, and also the new people. For the last 22 years we are doing this thing, except for the COVID 2 years. For last 20 years, you might find a signature on the certificate and citation, Kishore Vyapari. But today, for all practical reasons, I was made to sit in the chair. So today only I came to know what is the job of a chairman. Anyway, it's not exactly, I don't want to compare this with the chairpersons of other institutions or political districts. I just feel last 6 months back, I was in the hospital for about 30 days and that made me slightly disabled. But not to the extent that when I feel here, nobody would feel that I was hospitalized for 30 days. This is only the blessing that we receive from you all. And this blessing is actually taking us ahead. And I now feel that it is the right time to pass on this chairperson baton to the next person. I don't want to talk about my own brother because he has already talked so much. We are really hungry. And you can get an idea as to what kind of work we are trying to do. He is the person here, actually. By profession, he is an advocate, a lawyer. But being born to teachers, he is more a teacher than an advocate. He only advocates education, only advocates and works for education. And I am really fortunate to have this family. I just request you all to bless us like this and let this foundation grow more. I thank you all and request you to join for a small dinner here, arranged here. Thank you so much. हे सुद्धा तिकडेच ठेवतो एकदमच
एक बॅग आहे तुझी
जोशी
ನೋಡ್ಕೊಂಡಪ್ಪ
स्टुडंट आहे तिला मी बरेचदा पुढं केलं सीएम कडनं शील्ड वगैरे घ्यायला म्हणजे हाईट कमी आणि पुढे असायच्या ना त्यांना पळवायची मी कधी गेले नाही पण मी काय म्हणायची नकोच म्हणून आपलं काम सीएम कडनं शील्ड घ्यायला यांना पळवलं कारण उंची कमी पुढे असायची ही होती करुणा दीक्षित म्हणजे ज्या हाईट कमी आणि पुढच्या रो मध्ये मी कधी बसले नाही
तिला सवय असल्यामुळे आम्ही पाहत असतो ती निघून जाते. तिला तिथं बदला काढणार आहे.
डायरेक्ट कैमरा
you.